What if in just a few short words or sentences, you could capture the attention of your prospect and immediately have them interested in your product, service, or business? What if you could share your story and immediately have your prospect excited and ready to buy from you or join your team? Well, it's all about crafting your power story. And in today's episode, we're gonna do this together. So stay tuned. Welcome to episode 109. My name is Tanya Aliza, and I help entrepreneurs and network marketers create success fast while most importantly, designing a lifestyle that you love. So if you're new here, consider subscribing because I put out a brand new training episode and free resource for you and your business each and every week. Have you ever heard the saying, facts tell, but stories sell? Sharing a story is going to get you more sales and signups than anything else that you do. Nobody cares about the 19 miracle ingredients inside of your product. Nobody cares about your company being on the Inc. 500 list, and nobody cares about your CEO earning an Ernst & Young award. They only care about one thing. They care about if your product or service or business will work for them. And the only way to satisfy this need and question that your prospects have is through a power story. So, have you sat down and crafted your power story or your elevator pitch yet? So we're gonna go through this activity together in this episode. And in every episode of Tanya Aliza TV, I like to equip you with a free resource that you can use in your business to create success with fast. In this episode, we're going to be talking about creating your power story. So you're going to need a guide to help you with this so you can fill in the blank. And so what I put together for you that you can go pick up on my blog at tanyaaliza.com/109 download. We'll leave a link for you above or below this video in the description box. Click the link, it'll go to the blog. Click the yellow button on the blog to download this resource. And this guide will be a fill in the blank guide so you can build your power story and you can practice it and you can get really, really good at it. So basically, we're going to craft your network marketing story and it's going to be in the form of a worksheet. So you can download it, fill it in, you can keep it on your iPad, your computer, whatever it is, print it out, practice it and get really good at it because this story could potentially make you millions of dollars. So let's get to it. So there are important elements that need to be present in your network marketing story. Now, I can't take full credit for this training because I thought the best way to relay the information over to you to create this power story is to kind of reference Romy Neustadt, all right? So if you have not read her book, Get Over Your Damn Self. I don't know if there's too much light in here. Can you see it? There we go. You can see it there. Get Over Your Damn Self. Great, amazing book. I'll link to it in the show notes below. If you don't already have it, great, amazing book on learning how to prospect, close, present, do all the activities in network marketing, how to transition, great scripts in here. But one of the chapters is all about creating and crafting your network marketing story. I think Romy does an amazing job at teaching this. So I want to relay some elements that I thought were very powerful. And then I want to give you examples of how I inserted my story into the formula so you can see an example of how it all comes together so that this can really help you work on creating your power story so that you can share this story with your team, with your prospects, with three-way calls, all that good stuff that you're going to be involved in network marketing. So there's 4 elements on that worksheet when you go and download it. And the first element is going to be, who are you? So you're going to need to fill in the blank of who are you? And this is to be very quick. This is to be very short and sweet and to the point. And like I said, after I drop these 4 elements, you know what they are. I'll give you examples on how I filled them in so that that can give you a good starting point on you filling in the blanks for your story. Number 2 is what's happened in your life that has caused you to look for something more. Number 3 is how you heard about your company and why you had to be a part of it. And number 4 is what it's doing for you or what it's going to do for you. And so, like I said, I grabbed these elements out of Romy's book. You've got to pick it up. You've got to read it. It's amazing. I'm referencing this book when I give you this formula, but I thought she did the best way. I mean, I've been around a lot of network marketing training on how to craft your story, and I think she does it best. So I was like, hey, I want to give you guys the best. And so I actually did this activity after I read her book because I thought, hey, I'm not ever closed to new training. I'm definitely always open to new training. Doesn't matter how long I've been in the network marketing industry. So I picked up, the book, and then I started going through those elements and I started filling in the blank. Okay. So here's what I came out. I actually wrote out my 4 elements. I filled in the blank on that worksheet that I created for you guys. Okay. So the more vulnerable and specific that you can be, just as a tip, the better it's going to be, the more relatable it's going to be. Nobody really cares about how successful you are and all like the fancy bells and whistles. They really care more about like how relatable you can be to their story, because they're trying to figure out if they can do this. And the more, higher end that you seem to be, or the more high class, or the more out of reach, unattainable reach that you are from them, it's going to make it very hard for them to relate to you. Sometimes that's better. Sometimes I have my teammates relate better to their prospects, and sometimes I can even relate to my prospects anymore, just because I've already created so much success in the industry. Some people don't believe they can do it for themselves. So what I did is I wrote out and I filled in the blanks on that worksheet that I gave you for myself. And so basically I'm just giving you my exercise that I did for myself, and I thought it was pretty awesome. So here's a tip before I read my things out that I wrote down and filled in these 4 elements to craft my power story. One thing that I want you to be is I want you to be vulnerable and specific. Vulnerable and specific. All right. The more vulnerable and specific that you can be, the more powerful this story is going to be, and the more helpful it's going to be to your prospects. Okay. So number 1, if you're looking at that worksheet that you downloaded. All right. So number 1, okay, fill in the blank following the worksheet. Who are you and where have you been? Okay. So here's what it goes like for me. All right. I've been working 6 days a week, 12 hours a day at my finance job. Okay, that was before network marketing, what I used to do. All right. And then number 2, what's happened in your life to cause you to look for something more? So here's what I wrote down in there. I said, as a young woman that wants to raise a family one day, I wanted more flexibility to control my own schedule without sacrificing my income. I also wanted to spend more time with my husband on weekends. This was a huge wish that I've always had, but I found a way to finally make it happen. Okay, so number 3, how you heard about your company and why you had to be a part of it. Okay, so this is what I filled in my blank spot there. My friends John and Nadia Melton shared a company and system with me that has allowed them to be full-time parents with their son and daughter, and I've watched them grow a lifestyle with their kids and that most people dream of. I immediately recognized this was a way to build my exit strategy from my super demanding job and to build a lifestyle that I really wanted. Okay, so number 4, what it's doing for you or what it's going to do for you. So if you already have results and you've created some success, great, fill the blank spot in with those things. But if you're just getting started in your business and maybe you don't have any results yet, that's fine too. Then you're just going to share what it's going to do for you, what you're looking for it to do for you. All right. So number 4, I'm excited to have something that I can finally build from my phone or computer around my job and all the other things I got going on. I'm excited to help others do the same thing. Okay. So what I'm going to do, and please make sure that you pick up the resource for today's episode so you can fill in the blanks on those, and then you can put them all together and you can practice that and get really comfortable at what we call your story pitch. Now, one of our future episodes, what we're going to see is we're going to do another episode in the future that'll show you how to share third-party stories. So other people's stories, either in your company, your sideline, upline, downline, other people's stories to help you prospect or do 3-way chats or 3-way calls with your team so that you can be even more relatable when you're talking to people, not only sharing your story, but sharing other people's stories as well, because that is equally just as powerful. But first, I want you to turn this episode into an exercise episode. Download the worksheet, craft your story, practice it with your upline, refine it, and practice it in the field. And you might want to practice it a couple of times in front of the mirror. So make sure you pick up the resource we have for you in today's episode that will help you do that. It will guide you through that. It will be your worksheet that you can print out and keep with you and craft your story on following the 4 elements of an amazing power story. Remember, keep it short, keep it sweet, keep it tight. That is most important when crafting your power story. Keep it relatable and share some results if you have any. You can pick up the worksheet again, TanyaAliza.com/119. 9 download. We'll leave a link for that in the description box below or above this video, depending on where you're watching this video. It'll be on the blog. Click the yellow button. You'll be able to get it right to your email inbox and start filling it out right away. It's free. Go grab it. Question of the week. Care to share why you are building your story? Do you want to practice your story that you just kind of maybe came up with on the cuff you're watching this episode? Practice it in the comment section below. Share why you're building your business and what has you most excited about it. Share your little elevator pitch. We would love to hear about it in the comment section below. It will be a great first practice reference point for you. Did you get value out of today's episode? I truly hope that you did. We're going to leave all of the resources mentioned in this episode below in the show notes, so make sure to check those out. And if you did find value in this video, if you think it helped you, please share this with your team. Share it around with your peeps. Above, below, or around this video, you'll see a like or share button. Please get it out there, and we will see you on the next episode of Tanya Aliza TV.